How do you prepare for a showcase? And that's what I'm dealing with this week because I have a couple showcases that I'm preparing for. And it's a little bit different than a normal gig I'm doing. So one of the things I do is I write out the set list, and this is what I'm going to take with me on the gig, and I can see the BPMs, I can see the count off, and this chicken scratch right here, it's all about what tools I'm going to use for each song. So if I need to put a big fat snare drum or a jingle ring on a snare, I have that, or a cloth, or if I need to play with something like a shaker stick or a tambourine on top. Now, why this is important is because we have a short amount of time to play a lot of songs, and I want to be as seamless as possible and give the artist as much time and make them as comfortable as possible. So day before rehearsal, I write down all the tunes, I get my charts up, and I literally run them down top to bottom. And I treat it just like it was a gig or a rehearsal. And so when I go to the rehearsal tomorrow for our gig on Saturday, I know things are going to be a little bit different probably during the rehearsal, and I'm probably going to have to change some things around. But at the rehearsal, I want to write down as many notes as possible and be as prepared as possible, so when it comes time for the gig and the lights go up and maybe someone in the band gets nervous or reacts a little bit differently, I'm as prepared as possible, and I've already ran through this set several times and I know what to expect. And yeah, it's kind of a small detail. Maybe it's kind of me over preparing, and I don't always have time to do that. But this week I do, and I find that when you get to a certain level, like the little details of performing, where you can just keep things rolling and avoid kind of potholes that sometimes you get when people get jitters on stage or they're not used to being on stage. If I can minimize those, it gives us a good chance of having a really good showcase. So yeah, that's how I prepare for a showcase.